Fed will follow Donald Trump's political whims. When the Fed loses its credibility, businesses and consumers stop trusting it to control inflation and start acting like inflation is here to stay. And that raises prices across the board for American families in the long run. Deep down, even my Republican colleagues know that a presidential takeover of the Fed is a recipe for disaster. There are members of Congress who've spent their careers being apologists for the Fed. Boy, I am not one of them. I have worked with Republicans, including Republicans on this committee, for years on common sense reforms to make the Fed more transparent and more accountable to Congress and the public. Heck, I have been more vocal than anyone in the Senate in calling on the Fed to lower interest rates for years now. But that is not what President Trump is doing here. The hearing this committee should be having today is to investigate President Trump's ongoing assault on the independence of the Fed and his efforts to intimidate and illegally remove Fed policymakers. The committee should be putting our efforts towards stopping Trump's reckless takeover of the Fed, not holding a business-as-usual confirmation hearing to help grease the skids for Donald Trump to grab more power. Mr. Chairman, every single Democratic member of the committee wrote to you last week asking that you postpone this hearing. Dr. Myron's nomination and Trump's demand for quick confirmation before the September Fed meeting are directly tied to his illegal attempt to fire Governor Cook and to Trump's ongoing effort to take over the Fed. Dr. Myron, during your tenure as chairman of the Council of Economic Advisors, your primary achievement has been your willingness to make increasingly absurd economic claims on behalf of every single reckless Trump move. You have helped design Trump's chaotic tariff policies that are driving up costs for families. You also played cheerleader for the One Big Beautiful Bill that cuts health care for 15 million Americans and spikes household electricity prices nationwide by up to 18% over the next decade. Even if the Republicans on this committee force through his confirmation, Dr. Myron's tenure will be tainted. No one, not the American public, not